Long ago, when the gods were closer to men, a great hero fought to save mankind with divine aid. In his possession was a sword of light to pierce the darkness, and a sacred emblem of burning light, born of flames. An emblem that surpasses time and space. This is a story of the fabled Fire Emblem. Welcome to Fire Emblem the Binding Blade. Released only in Japan, so this is a fan translation. I am so excited to be able to share this with you. I'm Claire. This is my favorite entry in this franchise. I love these games, so that is a high bar for me. Maybe not for you. But yeah, it's not a game that's it's not very easily accessible, so to say. A lot of people don't emulate just out of principle, and having to go an extra step in that emulation process to apply a translation patch, it's not hard. But having to do stuff is generally off-putting to people. Doing things stinks. So here, you don't have to do anything. You can just listen to me do it. Now, if you are choosing to play alongside me, just note, you will not have a difficulty selection like I do. Alright? That is only something unlocked after you beat the game once. By default, your difficulty will be on normal mode, not on hard. Or normal. Option. Whoops. People only play this game on hard after they unlock it, because if you are going to play Fire Emblem 6 a second time, you're here forever. That's just life. I'm going to be playing on hard just because strategies generally go down. Hard mode strats work on normal mode, but normal mode strats don't always work on hard mode. And the reason I'm explaining this all here is because there's a text scroll glitch, and I'm hoping this time I'll avoid it. So we're going to go back out to the menu. We're going to quickly select hard. Please. Man and dragon once coexisted in harmony. However, man shattered that harmony with a sudden onslaught. Great war, now known as the Scouring, was fought for dominion of the land. Losses were tremendous for both sides, and in this war the very laws of nature itself were twisted and distorted, bringing chaos and unease. Defeated and humbled, the dragons disappeared from the realm. Mankind then began to rebuild and repopulate their newly won land. A millennium has passed since then. Oh my god, the text actually scrolled properly. Oh! Oh, I had to read that out of breath. Sorry, that wasn't the best line read for it. That can just, like, cut off in the middle of it for seemingly no reason. The best I can work it out is that sometimes it takes into account the amount of time you spend on that selection menu and on the difficulty selection menu. So it just decides, nope, you're not going to see the last line that Millennium has passed since then. Sometimes you can even skip the other two lines preceding that. It's very... Look, good game. It's a good game. Just... We make a few errors. After defeating the dragons, the humans of Alib quickly spread their culture and civilization to the farthest reaches of the continent. You can make text auto-scroll, like, scroll to the end of its line, to be more specific, by just hitting A as a point of reference. In the west lies the kingdom of Etruria, which is widely considered to possess the most refined culture in all of Alib. You'll be able to adjust the text speed later, just to... No more tidbits. The Kingdom of Bern, with its powerful, military, and logical, pragmatic people, is located on the other side of the continent in the east. These are the two most powerful nations in Alib, with the weaker nations situated between them. These smaller lands are the Lycian League, whose numerous territories are independently ruled by a number of marquises that are bound by a vow of allegiance. Ilia, where the people arduously till the frozen soil and many become mercenaries to earn money to survive. And Sakai, where various clans ride through the plains on horseback. Although there were occasional clashes between these nations, the majority of the people of Alib live in peace. That peace, however, was not to last. King Zephiel of Bern has commanded his forces to conquer the entirety of Alib. Bern's armies first attacked Sakai and Ilia, ruthlessly massacring all who opposed them. Now, Bern is mounting a merciless invasion into Lycia. Foray is a territory of Lycia known for its beauty and honorable lords. Foray's Lord Roy was studying the great territory of Ostia when the invasion began. However, the sitting Marquis and Roy's father, Eliwood, who has been ill, has sent for Roy to return to lead Foray's soldiers in defending against Bern. Marquis Hector of Ostia is Eliwood's longtime friend and confidant, and leads the Council of Lords in Lycia. By the time Eliwood sent for Roy, Marquis Ostia's daughter Lilina was in Foray visiting Eliwood. Upon receiving his father's message, Roy hurries home, taking with him his vassals and Bors, a knight from Ostia who is responsible for Lilina's safety. The story begins when Roy reaches the outskirts of Foray. Chapter 1: Dawn of Destiny.
Boss! They've all hidden themselves inside the castle!
Huh. Even Eliwood, the greatest knight in Lycia, is no match for an illness, it seems.
You were right when you said there wouldn't be many soldiers. They're all getting ready to defend against Bern.
Of course I was right. I'm always right, you fool. The reinforcements could be here any minute. Alright, you curs, listen up. Kill everyone in the castle while we still got time. Then we can waltz out of here with all the loot.
His voice is always bad. Sorry. I can't voice him well. It happens.
Castles ain't the only places with loot. Let's go ransack the villages and take everything they got.
In other takes of this, that made it sound much more whispery for some reason. Lord Eliwood, we're under attacks by bandits from Outbohm. I can't read. Oh, I'm illiterate. Oh my goodness. I understand. Thank you, Merlinus. That's it. Were I not in this pitiful state, I would take care of them all myself. Lord Eliwood? Lilina, you must hide yourself. This castle is going to become a war zone. No, my lord. I can fight too. Don't be absurd. I couldn't face Hector if something happened to you in my own castle. My father? But... it's going to be alright. Roy should be here any moment, so we just need to hold our own until then. He'll drive off these dastards. Merlinus, send a messenger to Roy to let him know the current situation. We need his help. Yes, my lord. Oh, it's Lance. What's the matter? Why are you in such a hurry? Lord Roy, bandits have appeared and are attacking the castle as we speak. No, is the Marquis unharmed? He's inside, defending against the band's attack. I don't know how long he can last with his illness. Excuse me, Lance, is it? Is Lady Lilina safe? You must be a knight of Ostia. Lady Lilina is in the castle. She should be alright. He's with Lord Eliwood after all, but he can't last forever. No. I shouldn't have let Lilina go to the castle before me. Lord Roy, regret won't solve anything. We must retake the castle.
Walt is right. We must make haste.
Yes, you're right. This is no time to despair. Very well. To arms then. Our target is the castle. We must rescue everyone. Alright, let's jump right into the gameplay. Alright, so... say that. We're not jumping right into the gameplay, we're jumping right into the options menu. I have a window color to change. I didn't make this nice pretty orange overlay to have purple the whole time. Yes, that has also happened. It happened multiple times. Okay, so to start with, if you are playing on normal mode, this map is a lot easier. If you're playing on hard mode, you're kind of you're in one of the situations of all time. It's a little bit of a tricky one. Hold on, I need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I could play around that. Could you reach him from? You could. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit more of a proactive play than I have the other times I've done this map. No, I'm gonna do the play I normally do. So if you want to use Walt, a fine play you can do turn 1 is you have Marcus attack this guy, Walt get the kill, rescue and Walt with Alan move back here with your extra movement, take him with Lance, drop him like here or here, wherever you prefer. You have a lot of options based on how far you move Alan. But I'm going to do a more boring and kind of risky play in some regard because it leaves Marcus open to getting hit more. But I'm going to do this just because I really would prefer to focus on getting Roy kills, if at all possible. Oh, I can move there. Well, duh, of course I can move there. Why did I think I couldn't? Okay. Yes.
Curses, reinforcements already, but they'll have to go through me to get into the castle, and my voice has already changed to be horrendous. Oh.
Okay, good first dodge. Yeah, so you're hoping Marcus won't crit these guys. It's the downside of having Marcus do this. And he gets hit. Alright, I can make this work. Okay, what do I want to avoid? Right, okay, still as annoying as ever, this. We're going to have Roy come up. He's going to get the kill with the Iron Sword. Now, if we're lucky, we're gonna do this. Nice, alright. You're hoping that Marcus dodges 2 of these. The damage numbers roll out so that in this first wave of enemies, which are the 3 starting axe spiders, these 2 guys, and this brigand, is you just need to dodge 2 of their attacks for Marcus to live. So I would recommend Okay, if you want to do what I just did, but actually try to give Boris a kill, have him fight this guy instead, because Roy can move here. Or put Boris in a better spot. Alright, well, Walt gets it. That's fine. Hold on, I need to do movement math. He's here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So he'll still be able to reach it. That's good. Be mindful, this is in their range still. This is not, I believe? No, alright, nice. In that case, we're gonna do this. If you have an extra fighter here this turn, normally you use Alan and Lance's turn to either rescue these guys, one of them who would be in range of this duo, or you need to have them actually getting kills. Lance and Alan are both very good units. I heavily recommend them. If you're not feeling drawn to anyone in particular yet, they're very good characters to invest in. I quite like a few of Lance's supports also, so I'd recommend him over Alan for that if you're interested in the story aspect. But Alan is generally slightly better, but they're prone to variance because they're so similar that you can really get away with using either and just sort of like testing the waters for the early game to see Okay, well, who got good growths in the stat they kind of struggle with, like, right? So for Alan, that's skill, and for Lance, that's attack or strength. Sorry. So, you know, whoever turns out better, that can be who you use. I think Lance has good supports, so doing him just as like a default isn't a bad idea. Alan's supports aren't bad. I just think Lance has more interesting ones with the cast. Yeah, they're both very good. Not to say Boris and Walt are bad. These are your other two trainee quote unquote guys you're supposed to baby early because you have them early and they're all level 1. They're both good actually for their classes, I would say. Their main problem is Archer is terrible. It's just bad. And on hard mode especially, you get Walt for free basically later on. And you get Walt on a horse for free, but better later on as well. And for Boars, Binding Blade does not want Armor Knights to be useful. Just, they hate the concept. Alright, so we're gonna have Marcus come up here. He's going to attack this Archer. Archers are actually very tanky on this map. They're going to probably require, like, 4 attacks to kill from all your units, really. They are bulky. We're gonna have Roy come up. Get this. I didn't mention Roy in that little unit breakdown I just did because you're stuck with him. So get used to him. You're gonna learn to love that 40% strength growth. You just gotta believe, alright? It's just one more. This time for sure. Gonna move like that. Brigands are different from these other classes, the fighters that you're seeing. They are both axe wielding. However, Brigands tend to have higher strength and are generally a little faster. That's not so much true for these guys, but they're generally a more offensive version of fighters who have like better bulk and higher skill compared to like the outright offense of Brigands. But what's more important is that fighters cannot destroy villages like this. As demonstrated in that opening little cutscene, only Brigands can destroy these, and they will. Villages, if you visit them with a unit. Are you knights going to the castle? I know this isn't much, but please accept this money on behalf of all of us. Use it well. Be an item. That can be money, or it can just be an item, like flat out, or it can be characters sometimes. There has been times where it actually changes how the game plays out. Yeah, you have lots of options. I'm actually going to go in the options menu now because I just remembered it. So I am going to go over these very quickly. Animation. You turn animations off, it's just the little sprites on the overworld fighting. These making little like gestures at each other. I think animations of backgrounds look the best. The difference is that without backgrounds, you just see the map in the background. Whereas with backgrounds, you have a special custom background based on the area you're fighting in. Gain speed. Should be pretty self-explanatory, putting on fast to save time. Text speed. Also pretty self-explanatory, fast. Terrain. Turn it off. There's no little window in the corner. Turn it on. There's the dragon. I like him, he's staying on. Unit panels. That's what burst looks like. This is what panel looks like. Burst robs you of these cute little portraits. It can die. We gotta visit this house. Let me actually check the brigand's range first. By clicking A on a unit, you can see their effective range. I'm gonna do that. Money is vital for any army. If you don't have any, you won't be able to replace your broken weapons. You can't fight without weapons. We'll go over the rest of the options next turn. Apologies. I'm talking a little fast. I think I'm just a little excited about this recording actually going well. It's been a bit of a struggle. Woke up this morning after having like worked on assets for this for a bit, thinking, wow, I think I would actually cry if they remade this game. Both because, wow, Binding Blade updated. I hope it's nice. And wow, I've just wasted like a month of work of laughing things out. Right, please? Ooh, okay. Very risky to go for that. I want to try and level boars up, though. I'm actually going to use boars, which is not a phrase you'll hear very commonly. Listen, if you want to do well in battle, you better use terrain wisely. For example, if you're in a forest, the trees will cover you. That'll teach your enemies who they're dealing with. So, terrain actually gives you a bonus in combat. Houses give 10 avoid, forests give 1 defense and 20 avoid. The regular grass here does nothing. Villages also provide defense until they are destroyed. We can't check that anymore because I already closed it, but it is, I want to say, comparable to a forest. It's 1 defense, 20 avoid. That sounds right. If not, it's more comparable to a gate or a mountain. Really wish I remembered this off the top of my head. Sorry. Yeah, taking advantage of terrain, very important and very helpful for making things less RNG dependent. Now, unlike the enemies we've fought thus far, these guys will not move after you automatically. They will come at you once you are in their range, and only then. All 4 of them, including this guy, right? You may think it's just these 3. This guy is also like that. That is unlike these 3 enemies who will aggro and start moving towards you as soon as you're in any of their ranges, any of these 3, which is most likely going to be this guy. So I recommend trying to either dodge tank them all through these forests on the right here. If you'll notice, none of them can reach the other side of the trees here. So if you're smart and positioned correctly, you can put Alan here and Lance here, or Roy on either space also. And they will just fight you on the trees. And then you can move a unit here, and they won't have access to the trees next turn. And you can I just hit my desk. Sick. And by doing that, you can have a pretty clean encounter with them. That is not the case for someone not using Alan and Lance, so we're going to slowly bait them with Marcus, I think. We're gonna visit the last house here. We're all doomed. Soldiers from Bern have crossed the border. They laid an awful attack. And even if the Allied Lords struck back, Lord Elliewood, he can't even stand anymore. Cool, I love hearing that about my dad. Yay! Yay, Dad! I'm actually doing something pretty controversial. I would recommend using 2 of these starting units. And by that, I mean Alan and Lance. You know, just using any combination of 2, I think, is a good strat early, in addition to Roy himself, because you have to use Roy. Who is... You're gonna learn to love the 40%, alright? I've already said it once. I'm saying it again. You're gonna learn to love it, alright? You gotta... you have to learn to love it. Yeah, I recommend using about 2 of them, and to have them like catch experience and stuff, while Marcus is weakening people, acting as a 4th unit effectively, while the other 2 just sort of exist. I'm only using 2 in Marcus. I am going to just try and get Boars and Roy up. So let's give this to Roy. Is this our first level up? No, alright, we need 1 more. Alright. So I do have I have an interesting option here. I could try and get Roy on a forest and see if he can take these guys on his own. I'm interested. I'm interested. That is not in his range, right? That is. We'll move Marcus first. Move Marcus over here. Move Boars here. Be careful not to be in their ranges. Pardon me. Hope that does not pick up in the recording. So if you notice, he cannot move onto this square or this square. He can just attack them. So as long as you don't have a unit here, he will not move here. That's how you can execute that little like tree triangle I mentioned earlier. Looks something like this. You just put like a guy here, either Cav, or even Marcus if you really wanted to. And then you put another sword unit here, and they won't do anything. You do this the turn after. Very important to stress that. If you put a unit here, while this guy is here, he'll attack them from the mountain, which is annoying, as you can probably guess. Pardon, it's late at night, and I am yawning. Sick. Very good for the for the quality of the recording. We're gonna move like this. Just forming a general get out of jail backline if needed. Nice dodge. It's a little risky to put Roy on this space, but I'm gonna trust him. Where's level up? You're gonna learn to love the 40%. You're gonna learn to not to love the 24%. Oh no, alright. Can I get him onto a... no. Okay, I'm gonna move him back. Do this. How far can you go? Okay. I feel pretty comfortable. Yeah, okay, I see what I can do. I can see what I do. Alright, this is gonna look very weird. Alright, so we're going to have Alan rescue Roy. Oh, well, no, I can have... yeah, okay, this is better. Have Lance rescue Roy. Go here. Have Marcus take Roy. Make sure you have the iron sword. Take, drop on the tree. Stand there. Then we're going to have Boars come up. Rescue. Take. Drop. Move there. Vault here. Now we've shuffled it, so he's only in range of one of the fighters, which he has, because he got 1 strength, he has enough to kill him next turn. Sick. Whew. Glad I puzzled that one out. He's in range of both! Ah! I did all that shuffling for nothing. Okay, it wasn't for nothing. It was not for nothing. That had a purpose. Besides that, one that actually happened. Because I didn't keep him here, I didn't have to fight one of them off forest style. But, you know, I'll take that. We're gonna hit this guy. He has higher hit. To avoid the headache of that. Can Boars reach this guy? Can Boars kill this guy? I believe in Boars. Hey, hey. Never underestimate him. That's my goat. I believed in him the whole time. Never a doubt in my mind. Whew. Alright, we're gonna put Walt up here. Alan here. Lance there. Alright, so, if you want to bait this guy out on his own instead of with these 3, you do not want to bait him out from here. You want to bait him out from this tree. Because, even though if he'll attack whatever unit you put here from here, this guy can still reach that space and will still start to move towards that space, meaning these guys will start to move towards you. Bit silly, but it's an important thing to know now and to understand now, so that way it does not bite you in the butt later. We're gonna do this, just keep it as is. No need to overcomplicate it. Nice Roy dodge. He gets the hit. Alright, do I want to have Boars go for the cheeky hit here? No, we're gonna play it slow. We're gonna go for another hit. Nice Roy dodge. Move Marcus here. Lance here. I believe putting Boars here should make it fine. I should have kept Marcus here. That was a mistake. He shouldn't attack Alan. Well, he wouldn't have attacked Alan if he saw an iron sword. That is not a big deal. Put an iron sword on Alan there. Keep Walt here. You should still attack Roy, because Roy is who he can damage the most, and the AI generally will target Roy at all times if he is in their range. So... can Boars reach? Oh, wait, I can do this. This is, terrible. Don't do this. but it'd be really funny if it happened, alright? It'd be really funny if he hit the 40. I mean, he's too good, alright? Don't underestimate him. That's my guy. That's my guy. It's the same level up Roy guy. It's all you need. I don't need any other stats. If every stat I get this game is HP, strength, luck, I'll be happy. Don't need a single other one. Not one. Alright, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna put Roy here. Trade back the Iron Sword. Trade back the Iron Sword. Thank you. Iron Sword him. You get ready to resume your spot. Do this. As you can see, they start moving. Nice dodge. Hit. Roy will level up next turn. Okay, I'm in a pretty good spot. We're gonna do this. Move Alan back. Put Marcus here. We're gonna put Boars here. Not for any particular reason, just to do it. He'll attack Roy again. Oh, he hits him. Not a huge deal. I can play around this. All right, Roy's second level up. Okay, that is a fantastic level up. Oh my goodness. I told you, you gotta learn to love the 40s. All right, we're gonna get the kill with Roy, and then we're going to run away. Because I have the Javelin on Boars, I feel kind of comfortable baiting this guy. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Boars here, keep Lance there. Yeah. All right, we'll rescue with Marcus. Move back here. Drop Roy. Move Walt back. Stay like that. All right. Nice hit. Dodged. Happens. I think see I have a big Boars, so Boars does not care at all about this man. Just nothing to care about. Not a single care in the world. Alright, so because of how I did this, I can arrange it like this. Will you... Okay, that is unfortunately still in his range. This is not, though. Let me do math. Hold on. Okay. Important thing to know, the weapon triangle in this game, how it works is you gain, I believe it's 10 hit, an extra 10 hit rate, an extra 10 evasion rate, and +1 damage dealt, and and -1 damage taken. So in Laven's turn, you take 1 less damage, you do one more damage, you have higher dodge chance, you have lower chance of missing. That was more complicated than it needed to be. All right, he has 18 damage. Roy has 6 defense. He gains an extra 1 from his from having the sword, and he gains an extra 1 from being on the tree, so that is 8. So we'll take 10 damage. Then this archer does 12 against effectively 7. So if Roy gets hit by both attacks here, he's still fine. So I will risk it. We'll play it like this. I'll put Marcus here, Alan here, Walt here. Alright, nice dodge. We can spoon feed a lot of experience onto Roy here. And because we have them in this choke, if Roy gets hit again, I don't have to worry, actually. I can rescue him back. Well, I could have. I think I'm actually going to... Okay, I see what I want to do. Rescue. Right. We're gonna put Lance here, because Lance has higher avoid. Take. Drop. Didn't need to do it like this. This is actually the worst way to do it. Take. Drop. All right, got it. Nice dodge. Very good turn on Lance's part. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Marcus attack the archer. Nice. Nice. We'll have Lance move away. Roy will get the kill. Nice. And then we will have Boars try and get the kill on this guy. Hey, never misses. Not a single miss. Nice. All right. We're gonna have Alan move up. Alan's not gonna do anything for the rest of the map, but we will consider it. If you've gotten a little lucky with your Alan and Lance, they can actually fight the boss pretty well, but you're always gonna want to do this with Marcus. Just is how the boss works on hard. It really is far and away the best way to handle him. Oh, also, just because I am not using characters does not mean you're not going to see any of their character supports or any of like them in general. Or it doesn't mean that you're not going to see that. You will see that. I have a ton of supports I play in the showcase, especially from those of units I'm not using. So look forward to that. It'll be a few videos before I show the first one of those, I think. Probably not until episode 3. Yeah. All right.
You bumbling idiots! You can't take down a few pathetic knights, and his voice changed again. Burr, burr, burr.
No. His voice changes every time. All right, we're going to pass. We'll move Roy behind. Do like this. Pass. Very nice that Marcus didn't get hit the first time there. Nice. Nice. All right. Now, fun fact about this boss. Some villain at Intelligence Systems decided to give this man a ton of attack. So he has 24 attack. Roy has starting 5 defense. He one-shots Roy. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, so if Marcus doesn't crit here, we're golden, and we can beat the map this turn. If he does crit here, we auto-lose the game. We auto-lose all this experience. So let's see, he has 9 defense effectively? Yeah. So Roy has effectively 12. So that'd be 12 minus... Hold on, what did I just say? I said 9. Yeah, so that'd be 3. He's not doubling him, I think. I don't think my Roy's only gotten 1 point speed. He has 8. 15. Oh no, he does double. Okay, so Roy does 6 every turn. Okay, do I value the experience or using like 2 vulneraries more? Can't believe I even asked myself the question. Alright, we're gonna use the vulnerary. We're going to have Lance trade his on to Roy. Round the way. Let it happen. I believe in you, Roy. Why? Hit it, Boars. Okay, yeah, don't do that. Do that. Okay. In that case, what we're gonna let happen is we're gonna just hope Marcus doesn't crit. Alright, he recovers 3 health, so I'll put him at 14. And I trust Roy to... Alright, nice. No crit? Oh, no crits. Ooh. Very, very worrying. Alright, we're gonna have Marcus move out of the way. Roy is going to attack 82, 92. We're going for the rapier hit. The rapier is a weapon only lords can use, so you might be thinking, oh my god, is there a second lord? No. It's just Roy. So he's the only guy that can use it. It is a useful weapon, good weapon, but I would recommend trying to. Oh my god, I never went over the options menu again. Well. Alright, well, we'll go over the options menu after this. Sick timing.
What the? So strong.
He falls over and dies. And never to be thought of again. A level 4 Roy. Alright, alright, that was more of a Roy level up. Get used to those. The HP skill luck level up is the most Roy level up of all time, and you will see it often. It will keep you up at night. You'll be reminded of it at all times. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade Volt's Vulnerary onto Marcus. And I think we're good then. I'm going to equip you with the Iron Lance priority-wise. Iron Sword, Iron Lance. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Old. Options menu. Well, I can't show off the combat menu anymore. Basically, detail is what you use when you want to know you want to flex on someone that you know how to do Fire Emblem damage calculation. Strat is what you do when you want the viewers to understand what's happening. So we're going with strat. Detail has its uses, and it helps you understand what is happening under the hood to present the numbers that you're getting from strat. But strat's just simpler and easier and nicer to look at, so I would recommend strat. I have no idea what this does. I've looked for it. I still don't know what it does. Auto cursor. Let's show off auto cursor real quick. If it's on, it will go to Roy when you end your turn. Your turn. Wherever you have your cursor, right? So if I had it on, this cursor would go all the way back here. Having it off, it stays here. Personal preference kind of thing. I will leave it on. Auto end turns just makes the video flow faster. Basically, once all your units have done an action, it will end your turn automatically because there's nothing else for you to do. The reason why you would not want to end your turn is to scout stuff, look at characters, that kind of thing, plot out moves in advance. But I just prefer auto end. Also, it just makes things flow faster. No awards for guessing what music and sound effect do. Unit animation. I believe what this is all the non-Roy units in the game have a sprite based on their class, right? So Lance and Alan use the same sprite in combat, despite being separate characters. But to differentiate them, they have different color palettes in battle. Like Lance is green and Alan is red in them, right? Makes sense. By turning that off, they just use a generic color palette, I believe. So we will not be doing that. And with that, everything is sorted. I like how everything is laid out. To end the map, and to end a lot of maps in Binding Blade, you have to move Roy onto the space where the boss was standing, and hit C's. Father, Lilina. Roy, is that you? Roy, I'm so glad to see you both. Thank goodness you're unharmed. Thanks for the rescue, Roy. Of course, Father. How is your health? Well enough. I've some life in me yet. But Roy, do you know why I called you back here? I'm going to take over your role by leading the soldiers of Foray. We must join the rest of the Lycian army to defend our people. Also, I think my text is glitched, so the text sound is not working right. Sometimes Fast does this. Maybe the episode was just cursed, but it's sticking around because I'm proud of Boars, and I'm proud of Roy, and I'm there together with this. So he's staying. We're stuck with him. You're stuck with me talking like this. We must join the rest of the Lycian army to defend our people. Exactly. As you know, Byrne has commenced an invasion of Lycia. We are honor-bound to follow the vows of our allegiance. Lycia needs every lord's army, and we must oblige. Of course. I'm truly sorry to interrupt your studies and force you into this war, but I'm not well. I'm in no condition to lead an army. Father. See, like, look, the actual text scroll happened that time. Father. Lord Elliewood, I'll go with Roy. My father leads Lycia's largest army, and I'm certain my magic will be of help to Roy. No, Lulina, you must return to Ostia. Why? With Hector preparing for battle, there is no one sitting on the throne of Ostia. It must be an uneasy feeling for the people not to have a sitting lord. As the daughter of the Marquis, you must take the throne until Hector returns. That will put the people at ease. Do you have any objections? No, my lord. Roy, I have arranged a contract with a group of mercenaries. You are to meet them at the border to Byrne, where Linus will accompany you. He is knowledgeable and experienced and should be of great help. Thank you for everything, Father. Don't worry, my son. I have absolute faith in you. Fight bravely and show everyone who the next Marquis of Foray is. Yes, Father. Boris, I have a favor to ask of you. You needn't ask, my lady. I will accompany Lord Roy in his travels and protect him with my very life. Thank you, Boris. Take care, Roy. I will. You too, Lilina. And with that, we've beaten Chapter 1. Thank you for putting up with this. Been a long process, and I am just glad it is done, and that I can show off the rest of this game, because I really love it. I have spent 4 days reliving Chapter 1. It's a good chapter. It's fun. I think it's actually very good at teaching you a lot of mechanics of the game, a lot of the way to think about strategy. I think it's really good at that. I also had to do that boss's voice for 4 days. This is what 4 days of effort looks like. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again. If I don't,
Well, I can't say I didn't want to.
I can't imitate for can't even imitate it for the bit.